Okay, now I think it is live because I pressed go live. Whoops. Yeah, okay. Sorry about all of that. I ended up pressing go live and then end broadcast in like 1 second difference, and then didn't start the next stream until now, but I'm pretty sure that it's all working okay. It is going to be a little bit of a lag, and Scott is here helping me out as well. So yeah, he's going to be helping. You can see it. It's all good. Cool. Technology is not my forte at all. It's very confusing. I'm using this like streaming software that like gamers use, and I am. Well, it is gamers. It's OBS. Like a lot of gamers, a lot of Twitch streamers use OBS, and it just looks a little intimidating on my laptop. But yeah, it's fine. I'm going to mute this so that I can see the chat on my phone as well. Anyway, hello. Welcome to the live. Welcome to Vlogmas Day 18. I really wanted to do a live for today just to kind of chat with you all, connect a little bit, and chat about gardening, which is what my channel is all about. But yeah, I thought we could have a chat about how we have felt gardening over 2022 and maybe just what some of our plans are for next year. I know I have a lot of things that I would like to achieve in the garden. And Scott, are you okay? You're looking at me.
It's only coming out one ear.
Oh, okay.
Audio.
Oh, we can change that then.
Just the input should be, just change it to mono.
All right, I can try and change that. I might need your help, sorry.
IT support.
Yep. Anyway, I'll keep on talking while Scott helps out with the microphone. This is why we should have planned this a little earlier. But anyway, while Scott is working on changing the microphone settings, hopefully the cords don't come out at all. I have been pretty busy today in the garden. We did a little bit of work around the cottage garden, which is kind of closer to the house, our kind of like herb, flowers and veggies. It's kind of like I think they call them potager gardens, where it's just a mix and match of different things. We worked on like creating a little miniature fairy garden, which was it's really cute, and that will be an upcoming video, so definitely look out for that. It's going to be another Vlogmas video. Yeah, we've only got a few videos left. The Vlogmas has gone really quickly, and I've definitely struggled a little bit with the daily vlogs, but they've been really rewarding to do. Like, I have really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being able to share so much of the garden. It's kind of made me be a little bit more productive as well. Yeah, so it's been really good. How are we going with the audio?
Still working on it.
Okay. Are you sure it's not the camera as well, or?
No, it's just this because it's only got the one input.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah. If you're listening, maybe listen without headphones for a little bit, and might sound a little better. Hi, Diane and Samson. How are you? How's your weekend been? I know you're on holidays now, so you're going to have a lot more time, which is good. Yeah, it's definitely been fun, Vlogmas. Your videos as well are amazing. Like, good on us for doing a daily video. It is incredibly hard. It's incredibly difficult. I definitely couldn't be like a daily vlogger where they film the day and then edit and then upload. That would be crazy. So yeah, I don't know how a lot of people do that. Cool, the audio sounds good on, it doesn't? Okay. Have you got it?
Through one's headphone as well. It'll be coming through the left one.
Okay, well we can always change the audio to the camera microphone?
It's fine, I'm just doing it.
Okay. Scott's working on it. My favorite video to film, I think honestly the one that I just filmed today, actually, it was like a little mini fairy garden where I kind of planted one of the planters that we have, and I've put little fairy ornaments and decorations in it. And it's very cute. It's got like little mushrooms and ferns and little grass patch. It's yeah, that was probably my favorite to film, as well as just all of the vlogs. Like I love vlogging my day and then looking at it, like, I don't know, in a few months or years, and then seeing what I was doing on that day, just like average daily things, which might not be the most interesting for a lot of people, but I find, I don't know, for myself, it's interesting to look back on those. I mean, a lot of them like don't necessarily do amazing on the algorithm. It's working good now.
Yeah, it's not mono anymore. Well, it is mono.
Cool. Oh, it is.
Yeah, so it should be good.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much for helping me. Um, yeah, as I was saying, the vlogging videos and some of like the nature walks and things like that, they don't do amazing like algorithm wise, but they're my favorite videos to like look back on. All right, we've got this all set up again now. So yeah, I mean, and also just like the garden with me's, I love seeing things like, I love the before and after of videos. They're probably my favorite videos to watch. I think that's why I love Garden Answer so much, because she just does like amazing projects and she has an amazing garden, and seeing like the before and afters are really interesting. So yeah, I love like making all the content, but those ones specifically. The most challenging ones to film good were definitely all of like the baking and the cooking ones. I just feel like our kitchen, because it's so like, it's, you know, it's a fully working kitchen. It's just not that inspiring to be in sometimes. It's very like 70s green, lime green, laminate kind of like countertops. We did get a new stove, which was good, but yeah, the rest of it, it's just like kind of hard to get like a good angle without being like, you know, green in your face kind of thing. So they were probably the most challenging, because I do love baking and cooking, but the lighting in the kitchen just doesn't work very well. And yeah, it's just difficult because it's small, and yeah, when you've got cats walking around, and you know the drill. But yeah, I would really like to start doing a few more kind of cooking videos. I'd love to do videos of like what I'm doing with the harvests, because we just or I just picked the first zucchini the other day, which was really nice. So I picked some golden zucchini, and there's some black beauty as well. So that was really good to kind of just have like fresh produce coming out of the garden again, and some cucumbers. I've been really loving the Space Master cucumber. It's like a more of like a compact variety, and the cucumbers, like, it's really prolific with fruit, and yeah, they've been growing really quickly. Been finding they need a little bit more food, which, you know, we're always working on soils, so that's fine. But yeah, I've been loving Space Master cucumbers. Hello, Rockpile Off Grid Homestead. That's okay if you're a few minutes late. I was a few minutes late, slash like got on the wrong stream, ended it, and then we had troubles with audio. So you've come at a good time. But yeah, we're just chatting about Vlogmas and the videos. Diane and I have been, both doing Vlogmas. I definitely have a lot of videos to catch up on from so many creators. I've been like just chucking so many videos in my watch later playlist, which is fine because I'm going to have a lot of time soon. I'm going on planes and everything, but yeah, I'm super excited to catch up on everyone's videos. Yeah, the fairy gardens. Yeah, do love a good fairy garden. Yeah, the zucchinis just kind of like started only like last week. They really started putting on growth. Like all the flowers I could see, they were starting to be pollinated, the female fruit, and I was kind of helping a little bit with pollination here and there. But yeah, I'm so happy. And I forget every single year how quickly zucchinis grow. And how quickly you need to harvest them. I was just like, no, it's fine. It's too windy. It's too cold. Like, I'll just wait until tomorrow to go get it. Probably a little bit of a mistake because it was then massive. So yeah, definitely pick your zucchinis when they're a little bit smaller because they're just so much more delicious to eat, in my opinion. But yeah, the golden zucchinis are definitely my favorite. Just the flavor and just they look nice, they look interesting, they look like something you wouldn't get from the grocery store. So yeah, I really love those. And yeah, I'm probably going to try and get another succession of those in just because they grow so quickly, and with all of the long days, like everything's been growing crazy. Um, you've been harvesting your calendula and making more calendula self. That's so awesome. I use it every single day, honestly. Every single day as just like a lip balm or on any like really dry spots or eczema. Definitely just make sure to like test patch it if you're using it on different parts of your body if you do have eczema or something like that. But yeah, it's amazing and yeah, just really, really hydrating and nourishing, particularly if you use like coconut oil in it as well. Yeah, but yeah, everyone's fallen off the Vlogmas wagon. It's super difficult to both film and also like keep up with everyone. I feel like a lot of my subscribers are just gonna like just watch them later because I'm doing that for so many of the creators that I follow. But yeah, I've been loving like watching Diane and Samson's vlogs. I've been watching Megan Hughes. If you don't follow Megan, she's just the most hilarious person on the planet. I love her videos. They're just, yeah, amazing. I've been following Helki's videos, Helki Rain. She just has some really nice, beautiful, calming videos to watch, and I'm so glad that she's doing Vlogmas. And there's so many other homesteaders, and I could go on and on about everyone who's doing Vlogmas, but those are the ones that I'm kind of specifically watching, but then I can catch up on everyone later. But yeah, oh, lavender in the self. Yeah, that would be really nice. That would be really, really nice. So I'd love to know where you're all watching from. If you're in the chat, you're not commenting, that's perfectly fine as well. Like I do that all the time. Just pop in to live streams. I'd love to know where you are and what has been the best thing about gardening in 2022 so far? What have you enjoyed the most? Like what has been the highlight of your garden? I ask this question now, and now I'm actually thinking myself, like, what is it? But I think the highlight for me would just be getting all of my flower farm area set up. It was a lot of work to do all of that. It was just kind of like because it was mainly me first and foremost. Scott was definitely helping, definitely helps, but he has a full-time job. It's not, he's only got a limited amount of time to help me move soil and compost and everything. But I'm so glad that I have it all set up now. It's like more of like a functioning space where the beds are all kind of done and the pathways are mulched, and I can kind of have a little bit more of a vision now of what to plant, which I did just plant a whole crop of cosmos, which is awesome. So I'll have cosmos and zinnias when I get back from overseas. So I'll be putting together some bunches of those with a lot of the greenery that we already have in the property. But yeah, it was a lot of work and just made ever more challenging with all of that rain, which I know so many people have dealt with rain at different times and different periods of 2022. And that was probably like the most challenging. So I'd also love to know like what's the highlight and what was the most challenging part of gardening. Gardening in wet weather is just completely not fun, and we have done a podcast where we kind of chat about this on the Earthly Roots podcast, which was another highlight of 2022, definitely. Starting a podcast was just, I don't know, kind of like a dream come true because I have wanted to do that for so long, but I personally love listening to podcasts where there is another person and that you can kind of have like a little bit of a conversation. It seems to flow a lot better, and I just love when people just kind of ramble and talk. And yeah, I feel like we're good at rambling on the podcast, but we have covered some really interesting topics. So that's been really great. I'm just going to read some of these comments on my phone. Yeah, so Rockpile Off Grid Homestead, yeah, you're in WA. And the best thing was starting my herb/cottage garden. It's still small, but it's getting to that beautifully unruly and abundant stage. Love that about cottage gardens. That's why I wanted to create a cottage garden right next to the house, because I don't know, I love kind of that fullness that a lot of cottage gardens have, yet they still look so put together and whimsical. And one way to like make it look like a cottage garden if you're kind of transitioning towards more of that style is definitely like adding herbs in and mixing herbs in with flowers and vegetables, and then you get that really nice contrast between different foliage. So it kind of looks put together but interesting and kind of just flows together really nicely. Adding lots of whimsical like flowing flowers, like linaria and snapdragons and things like that just makes the garden look so pretty. And mine is like a little bit patchy now, and I feel like cottage gardens look amazing in summer when you're in like a real temperate climate, but here I think they really look nice in like spring and then in autumn. That's when I feel like they kind of shine a little bit more because it's a little bit cooler and you can kind of, the plants aren't really struggling that much. So yeah, but yeah, I've been really enjoying like how looking at the progress of the garden and looking back on at the start of the year when we moved here. So we moved here in January, late January, but we didn't really start the garden until like February, and it was all grass, and we just put lots of cardboard down and then made no dig beds. So it was kind of like a mix between some no dig beds of like grass clippings and compost, and then others of just like compost over cardboard, kind of more like what Charles Dowding does in his videos. But yeah, it was really nice. The other day I was just looking back at what it looked like, and it's just so crazy to see how things change first and foremost. But yeah, we've really done a lot in this space and planted so many different plants, and it's so much more definitive living down here in New South Wales, South Coast New South Wales, in terms of the seasonal change rather than in the subtropics. So we moved here from around the Brisbane area, and there's definitely seasons, like there's seasons everywhere, but the seasons there are just, I feel like they drag out a lot longer. There's more so just like a summer season and a winter season, even though winter is super mild and you can really grow all year round. But here I've really been noticing like how many different plants I'm actually planting throughout the year, which is something that I didn't really do. Like in Brisbane, around where we used to live, you can grow tomatoes all year round. So I was planting a lot of more like cherry tomatoes in summer because it was a lot more harsh and they could kind of like sprawl over everywhere and they would just do really well. And then in winter, I would kind of transition to more of the larger tomatoes. And yeah, so tomatoes all year round kind of thing. But here it is very different in, you know, having the actual seasons of spring and summer and autumn and winter, which may seem like so obvious to a lot of people who have lived in these regions before, but it just goes to show how big Australia is and how many different climates we have and types of gardening. And yeah, it's definitely taken a while to get used to that, and that's perfectly fine. Gardening doesn't happen overnight, and I say, I pretty much say that all the time, that it's perfectly fine to just take your time in the garden and take a step back and just relax a little bit if things aren't changing quickly. But I found here it's just super busy. Like I'm just kind of, the season starts and then I feel like it's ending and then I have to prepare for the next season. So yeah, it's been very busy and very rewarding though. I am excited to see what summer is going to be like, because that's the last season that we've really had, that we really haven't experienced here. So I'm looking forward to when we get back to see, what summer's going to look like. I am excited to kind of just do a once over of the garden before we go, and then we'll be gone for about 3 weeks or so, and then come back and see what the garden looks like. I think it's going to look totally different, which is so cool. And yeah, I've got lots of seedlings in the ground. So I've planted all of the cosmos, zinnias. I've got, all the zucchinis, so many tomatoes. And then all of the seeds from our advent calendar. I've kind of been doing them more in like groups. So I've been planting like 5 different seeds at once, but Diane has been amazing at putting that together and making some content all about the seeds that we're planting for our Earthly Roots advent calendar. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going with that, plant some more veggies and flowers. It's really good to kind of just have a list there and then just plant whatever the next day is. It's exciting, and there's been some really great veggies and flowers in there, which is good to see. I'm definitely going to have an army of zucchini babies after that. So we are having people stay at the house to look after the garden as well. So I'm hoping to get some good updates, and those like larger zucchinis can hopefully be picked and not just turn into like massive zucchinis. So yeah, that will be nice. Usually when I do have a zucchini glut, I will either make zucchini bread, something that we make a lot of, or I will just freeze the zucchini, just cook it up or blanch it and then freeze it, and it freezes really well. You can also, if you're into it, you can just freeze it and just add it into smoothies to bulk up your smoothie if you like adding veggies in, or we just mainly eat them fresh, but hopefully we'll be able to enjoy some of those after our trip away. Yeah, what else has been happening? I'm trying to think about what else in 2022 was kind of a highlight. And I think just also growing like this YouTube channel and community, and it was kind of like a big like turning point for my in my career and like personal life, in terms of figuring out what I want to do with my life. Just finishing off my PhD, which is all done. Like I have my letter of confirmation kind of thing, and then I'm going to be graduating next year. But it was a marathon. It really was, to get that done and to get over all of the small little hurdles that I had to get over, and just like move past all the bad things that happened, and just focus on the positives and the research and getting the research out there, which was really great. But when that happens, and when other things happen in my life, I tend to kind of like latch on to other things like YouTube and being creative and making videos. So I'm really thankful that everyone has been watching the videos and enjoying them, because it really does mean so much to me. Even like just one little comment on a video really does make a big difference. And I read all of the comments. I'm not that great at replying. I tend to go into like my little introverted state when I have finished the day. I'll just zone out, as I know a lot of us do, but I tend to do that. So if I don't reply, I'm still reading and I'm appreciative and thankful. And yeah, I'll get back to some of the comments, but I tend to do that. And that's a trait I'm working on to get a little bit better at that. What are some of your goals for 2023, personal, garden, and business? That is a good question. We also filmed a video today. We decorated some gingerbread houses, and you can decide whose is better when the video comes out, but they're both different styles. One of them was really abstract but had a really great story to it, which was just fantastic. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We did answer that question, but I'll chat through a little bit of those now. I think personal goals, that's probably the hardest one to start with. We'll start with garden goals first. Garden goals, definitely to get the flower farm going and just having like regular bunches that I'm picking. So each week harvesting some, making bunches, and then selling those. Definitely would like to do that. And that's kind of alongside business as well. So I'm planning on, maybe the plan is to, with a few other people that I know, start like a co-op market stall. So we're kind of thinking about that, which is going to be fun and interesting. And that's where I will be able to sell flowers. So the goal for from the garden, which is helping the business, is to just increase revenue, I suppose, in terms of flower sales, and actually just more so get myself in a better routine of planting, harvesting, and then just turning over the crops kind of thing and getting new ones in. So yeah, that's the main garden and business goal. Hello to the Farmer TV. Hello. So nice to have you here. We're talking about all of our goals for 2023. So I would love to know what yours are for the garden. That would be so awesome. And hello to Josh. How you going? It's been so long. Let me know your goals for 2023 as well. We're all kind of sharing ours. I was talking about the flower farm, and that's my main goal for 2023 is just to get that going. Personal goals, it's a good one. You've put me on the spot here. I think so. It's super corny, and I might regret saying this, but this year my personal goal was I like to have like a word for the year kind of thing, which like encapsulates just everything that I want from the year to add to my life kind of thing. And this year was happy. That was my word for the year, which is really corny, but I don't care. And I had like this little vision board kind of thing of everything that makes me happy, because it sounds really silly, but I just wasn't really doing a lot of the things in life that made me happy. I was doing gardening and things like that, but there was a lot of other things that I was just not focused on because I was so obsessed with finishing my research and PhD kind of thing. But I don't think I did that fully this year, so I would really like to, as a personal goal, just do more things that I actually enjoy. So probably more so taking time off for myself is something that I need to learn how to do. And I feel like I have started to do that in the last few weeks, because I've started playing Nintendo games and just having my inner child come out a little bit more is what I'm trying to do. And it's so easy as adults for us to just not do those things that make us actually happy and put other needs first, because we have so much more needs as an adult that we kind of forget about all those little things that do make us happy. So I did the fairy garden the other day, and I filmed it for YouTube and put a fairy garden together, but it's something that I've wanted to do for so long and it made me so happy to do, but I don't know why I hadn't done it yet. And after I put it together, it is now making me happy every time I go outside. It kind of seems more like a childish thing to do, but I think we all need to do those little things that make us happy no matter what it is, and I know you've all got them. But yeah, that's definitely one of my goals, is to just do a little bit more of that, relax a little bit more, because I can tend to just be a little bit like a stressful person. So yeah, that's probably my personal goals. I'm sorry I'm so behind on all these comments here. Talking about favorite herbs and plants. Oh, I see dill in there. I really need to plant some dill, actually. That's something I really need to do. Dill actually has really pretty flowers as well, but I find when you plant dill, it sells seeds so easily and just goes absolutely everywhere. Oh wow, that's 38 degrees, Josh. That is insane. You might notice I'm in a jumper here. It's actually been really cold. I don't know, Diane, if... Oh, thank you. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much for these super chat. I think that's what it is. Thank you. That's so cute. Yeah. What was I saying? It's cold. It's been so cold. It's summer and I'm wearing the other day I was wearing 3 layers out in the garden, mainly because of the wind chill, because it's been like I don't know, 16 degrees, but then with a chill of 8 degrees here. And we're quite close to the coast, and we get the southerlies right on our house. And those are absolutely brutal. So yeah, that's been challenging just to act all summery and do summer things when I'm here drinking hot tea. And yeah, and this isn't me complaining at all, by the way, because I love the cool weather, but it is a little bit challenging when the plants then don't start to grow as quickly as you're used to. So I've had to also adapt to that, because in the subtropics it just grows so fast. Everything grows super fast. And here sometimes with this cold snap, they're growing a little bit slower now. So I'm just having to adjust a little bit my mindset to how I think things are growing, because it's so different. And it'll be so interesting to see if we actually get a proper summer here, and whether we get really hot temperatures or not, because I'm used to that. I feel my body preparing, it's going to be hot and you're not going to want to go outside. But so far it's been very mild and I'm loving it. But I remember what it's like, and I've done my time in the hot weather in summer. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we moved down here, was to get away from the heat, because yeah, I just found myself, it's just really hard in summer to get outside and enjoy being outside, rather than waiting until 7 o'clock at night and then being able to go out when, the cicadas are just wrecking your eardrums and everything. But yeah, it's been super interesting. Yeah, sorry, I'm just going through all the comments again. Lots of chatting going on in the chat, which is what I like to see. But I'll just keep going and chatting myself. I don't know, if there's any questions that you would like me to talk about as well, I would love to know, love to chat. But yeah, I think another thing that I'm excited for is also just planning a little bit more for all year round growing here as well. So in winter, I would still like to be selling sunflowers and just seeing how sunflowers go, or just toning down the amount of flowers that I sell and doing a little bit more creative things. So I've been drying a lot of flowers. It's been something I've been doing. There's dried flowers literally all around me right now, that I've kind of just had to put things over so the cats don't eat them. But yeah, I've been drying lots of flowers to use in, I really want to get some jars so I can start bottling up some bath salts and selling those, because I personally really like them, because I have really sensitive skin. I talk about it all the time, and having just a nice relaxing bath really does help. And I would only ever want to sell products that I actually genuinely like. So I'd really like to start doing that. It's just been time. We all don't have enough time, and it's something that, yeah, I would like to start doing. No, don't apologize for spamming the chat. No, I want to see all of this. I want to see all the chatting and all the comments. It's so amazing. thank you for being here as well, all of you. And I've listed some of you as moderators as well. So if you see any weirdos, just kick them out. But we're all nice here at the moment. How's my trip planning, packing going? Yeah, I would really like to say it's going a little bit better than it is, because I would not want to pan this camera around this room right now. This is like going to be the room where we're packing all of our bags. So yeah, we're not moving or anything for anyone who's just joined. We're just going on a holiday. But yeah, it's been stressful. We're going up to Scotland for a while, and they've had really cold weather up there. So we're starting to get people send us messages about that our accommodation has been cancelled because their boilers have stopped working. It's just been that cold. I think winter came really quickly up there. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But like, it's fine. I mean, I really like holidays where you have a rough idea of what you want to do, and then you just kind of figure it out on the day as well. I don't want to put too much pressure, and I just want to enjoy my time over there. I will be vlogging a little bit. I don't think I'll do too much vlogging, but I would like to capture a little bit, because we are going to a few gardens, even though it will be winter, but there's still some formal gardens, and there's a few like sacred sites that I'd really like to see that, you know, are more kind of like pagan mythology kind of thing. There's a lot of like fairy glens that I would like to go to. So I think it would be cool to vlog those and just share some of that experience. Yeah, cool. Hi, Sam's Garden Project. Definitely, I will definitely be doing some vlogs as well. Yeah. Diane said, tell you who I would love to do a pod collab with. Yeah, Casey from Herb Your Enthusiasm is amazing. I have loved their podcast. It's one that I've been definitely listening to. I love the vibe that they have. They're really chilled, relaxed, which is what we kind of are on the podcast as well. And something I really love about Casey is that she's like, her garden is amazing and has that real like cottagey vibe. She lives in Perth, so for WA people, definitely make sure to check out Casey's content. She's more on Instagram, and she has a podcast called Herb Your Enthusiasm. Nice little pun there. So yeah, she's got a really great Instagram page and has that kind of like cottagey vibe. But I also I love that, like me, who I don't have a horticulture background or anything, and she also did a PhD and has more of a research background, but we're both trying to like figure it out. And I really appreciate it when people come across as kind of that kind of style in their content, rather than a lot of like how-to videos, which of course I love watching those kinds of things, but I love when content creators are very much like relaxed in their content, and you can just be a little bit more relatable to them. And I love, yeah, all of her content. Sorry, I'm just reading comments again. Yeah, I'm not prepped for the long flight, really, but I think I'll sleep okay on the overseas flights. I think last time I did okay, but this time I'm coping by editing. Yeah, that's going to be how I'm going to pass the time, which will be nice. Yeah, I'll definitely do some vlogs. Yeah, they'll be really fun. Yeah, let me know, Sam, how your garden has gone in 2022. We were kind of chatting before about like what we've enjoyed, if there's anything different that you would do this year, next year. I'd love to know. Something also that is another big garden goal of mine is to actually just build soil. Like, I have been building a lot, but I've realized in first year gardening, when you plant things, just how much nutrient can be drained away. And also from all of that rain, I feel like a lot of nutrients has been leached down towards the back of our property, which is great for everything that's planted down there, but a lot of things a bit higher up there's not a lot of nutrients in the soil. So I've been going heavy on the sea salt. I would really like to just get a few bags of like dynamic lifter, which is just like pelletized chicken manure, and just make sure that a lot of that is organic as well, which I think the Rooster Booster from Bunnings, I'm pretty sure that's organic. That's really great for the garden. So I'm going to be really strict on myself for doing like, I think, what's a channel called Flower Hill Farm? I think that's the YouTube channel. She has a flower farm and she does like Fertilizer Friday. And I think that's going to be me. I'm going to do Fertilizer Friday, where I'm going to prioritize adding nutrients back into the soil. I've already got my worm farms, which I'm adding into the soil, and going to add chicken manure, sea salt, and all of my coffee grounds. I'm starting to try and get coffee grounds from cafes as well. I'm just going to sprinkle a lot of those on the soil and just, add a bunch of nutrients back in, because it's been really, it feels like it's been drained. And veggies are one of the most hungry crops that you could grow. So definitely adding back into the soil is important. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're talking about seeds from being transported to WA and things like that. It must be quite difficult. And I mean, I know there's a lot of great seed suppliers in WA that sell around, but it would be a little bit annoying. And it's annoying to sell, like, not be able to send seeds that I don't know how to describe it, just like to a friend kind of thing, and not be able to do those kinds of things. Yeah, Sam, you just fertilized everything yesterday. It's definitely something that we forget about until the plants start showing distress. Yeah, and that's often when you actually find out that you need more nutrients, which is really disheartening if you plant a crop that takes like a long time in the season to actually fruit and flower. If you don't have enough nutrients at the start, sometimes that the plant just doesn't have enough in it to be able to make the whole season, grow the whole season. So definitely between seasons is also when I'm going to be prioritizing. I'd love to get my hands on like some, I don't know, like horse manure or something like that I know what the horses are eating, obviously, to kind of avoid all of that aminopyralid disease that you can have from herbicides going into animal manure. And just make a big compost bay and have a lot more compost. That is something that as gardeners we use all the time. I've never had like compost, homemade compost, just sitting there ready to use. As soon as the bins are done, it goes straight on the garden. So yeah. $400 from Victoria and America. Oh wow. That's so much money for the quarantine prices. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Another reason why like saving seeds is so important in a local area and then just sharing them locally. I get that we can't, grow everything and then save seeds for everything. But yeah, Diane, you just opened your compost. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm so excited to have compost as well. A compost day is a good day. It's a good day. But I feel like I don't have a big enough compost bay. Like I know you have the bigger ones with pallets, and I need something like that in the garden because I just have the compost bins now. And as soon as I lift them up, I'm like, oh, wow, I need to put you on the garden because it just looks so good. And I feel like if I just leave it there, the bandicoot will just get in and just like spread it out everywhere. Because we've still been dealing with bandicoot in the garden, and it's been so frustrating because we've done fences, like blocked holes and everything, and they're just still getting in. So yeah, not fun. Yeah, it is difficult with getting horse manure or any kind of animal manure and having grass pop up. It's definitely a problem. How are we going for time? I might finish up fairly soon, but if there's any last minute questions in the next like 5-10 minutes, I'll answer those. Or any goals that you've got, definitely let them know and we can kind of all share our goals. Let me know something that you're really excited to plant. The one thing I am excited for is dahlias. I didn't go crazy, but I bought quite a few months ago when they had a sale on, and they've all popped up and they're all growing amazing. And I'm so excited to be able to have them grow and flower and then potentially like be able to dig up the tubers and hopefully propagate them and have more. I considered it as like an investment. So I spent a little bit of money in the hopes that it's just going to be a return. The flowers that I got were super beautiful and they won't flower until probably late summer, I'd imagine, coming into autumn. So that's what I'm probably most excited about, is to see the beautiful dahlias, because I got some amazing colours, like lots of oranges and peachy tones. That's what I personally love, and light pink as well. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. And also, it's so weird, but we kind of need to start thinking about what our bulb orders are going to be as well, because as summer ends, I've got to understand, or I've got to figure out where my ranunculus are going to go. That's probably the only bulb. I say that now, but I'll probably change my mind. It's one of the only crops of spring bulbs that I'm going to go a little bit more heavy on. Tulips just don't do that great around here. But yeah, ranunculus do amazing. So I'm so excited for that. And it's something I kind of got to figure out where they're going to go, so I can prepare the soil, which I have started doing a lot of soil prep also with green manure, which I totally forgot about. I was going to talk about this live, but that can be another live. The importance of green manure and how much I've been loving it. There's a lady that I work with at Whitbird Environmental. She has a market garden, and she's been helping me understand green manure a lot more, and just the importance of it and how useful it can really be in building soil, reducing nematodes, just increasing nitrogen and life in soil. So I'm really excited to delve a little bit more into green manure. I've been looking at Green Harvest. I think that's where I'll probably buy some green manure seeds. They have a really good range, or I'll just go to my local co-op and find some there. But yeah, green manure has been really, really exciting. I love green manure. It's just basically seeds that you plant, and often, or in my garden, I'm going to be doing a lot of brassicas that you plant and then you let it grow for a certain amount of time depending on what benefits that you want from it. And then you just cut it back, or you can turn it into the soil. What I'm doing more is a passive approach, where I'm just covering it after I chop it back to soil level, or that high kind of thing, about 2 inches, and then covering it with black plastic, and then it will break down fairly well inside the soil. There might be a little bit left on the top, but then I'll use all of that in place just as mulch for around the plants that I plant on that area. So that's the way I'm using green manure. I know that a lot of other people use it differently, and they actually completely terminate it and turn it back into the soil. That's a really quick way to add all of the nutrients back in. But I want to do a little bit more passive, not a lot of work kind of thing, take the easy way out, but also I want that mulch layer on the top. So that's what I'll be doing for my green manure. So I'm excited about that, getting lots of those in. Yeah, just catching up on comments. Yeah, saving seeds, Josh, is just the best thing that you can just share with friends and family. I love doing it. It's my favorite thing to give people seeds and get seeds. It's the best present ever, which is, if I got seeds for Christmas from everyone, I would be totally happy. Just I love just seeing what people's favorite variety is, and then receiving that and just adding to my collection, because I'm definitely a seed hoarder, but that's okay. Hello, Michaela. How you going? We're kind of just about finishing up in about 5 minutes or so. But I'd love to know, like, how you going? How's your new flower farm starting up? I've been loving watching your videos of your like tours of your new property. It looks amazing. And it's so exciting that you're here in Australia, and kind of like I could be a little bit more relatable now, rather than like watching your videos like months, like before or after. Yeah, I'm so excited for you and your property, and yeah, it just looks so peaceful. Oh, I love like properties out in nature like that. I can't wait one day to have my own, just to have a little bit more of the nature sounds. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you get up to next year. I feel like you've done so much already. It's very inspiring. It's very inspiring. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. I will absolutely come and visit you next time. I'll probably be heading up there like mid next year for a week or so. So I'll definitely we'll have to plan a visit around then, and I'll just be prepared for me to like ask a million questions. I feel like Diane knows this as well, because I just tend to ask so many questions when I'm down their property, just about homesteading and everything. But yeah, that would be amazing, because I feel like you have so much knowledge about flower farming. So yeah, I might finish up fairly soon, but I am so happy and thankful that you've all come for this live chat. I have been really loving Vlogmas and filming all the videos and sharing with you all. Please don't feel like any pressure to watch all of them, because there's so many, and it's like the busiest time of the year, so don't worry about that. I know I've been missing so many videos of people, but yeah, it's been cool to have the challenge. Like, I'm definitely like, I think I said in one of the videos, like, I feel like I'm a very competitive person, but not that it's a competition. I'm more like competing with myself, if you know what I mean, about getting the videos out. It's like, okay, I want the challenge, I'm gonna do it. And I love like working towards something every day, feeling productive. So I've really enjoyed it for myself, and I feel like it's been really good for me to just push myself and be a bit more creative, do more out in the garden and around, because otherwise I'd just be like sitting down eating fruit mince pies probably. So, I've been doing a lot more outside, which is good. But yes, I hope you all have a lovely Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and if not, then I hope you're having a lovely summer. And if you're not in summer, a lovely winter. So that kind of covers all bases there. Yeah, thank you so much for joining this live. I'm going to have to like catch up on all the comments afterwards as well. And yeah, read and see what you're all up to and everything. And yeah, definitely, I love all the comments on all the videos, and I will get back to a lot of them as soon as I can. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, evening or morning, depending on where you're watching from. And there will be another video tomorrow that I'm going to go finish editing now and then upload that. So it will be up tomorrow, and then yeah, we'll finish the Vlogmas week. So have a good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and happy gardening, everyone. Bye.